Hello everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. So today we have a Skyward Sword Randomizer co-op tournament race between the German Bingolords and the ragtag YAG. So on commentary we will have 64-bit Link and Senra, and on the tracking we will have Celeste, Pac-Man Power Ghost, Red Spinel, Harmjam. So yeah, thanks everyone, and have a good race.
Yep. Hello, everyone. This should be a good race.
This will be most likely a stomp. So depending if the other team wants to forfeit, it could be a fast finish. It could be a hard seat.
Yeah, so on one side we have your average Lincoln Gymnast 86. They are two very strong mechanical runners, so they are favorites to win the tournament. And then we have on the other side Lepe and Floha. Lepe is a very strong runner in his own right. Floha is little bit less of a mechanical runner, but he could certainly surprise us. So I wouldn't completely count Flo and Lepe out, but they certainly have an uphill battle. And we're starting with the whip today.
Which an LMF Fire Sanctuary. What was that? AC Sandship in Fire Sanctuary today.
So yeah, that whip will be required.
Yeah.
At least for Ancient Cistern, and probably for Sandship as well. I mean, it's possible that the runners get lucky and are in go mode before then. But yeah, we see, because this is co-op, the runners on each team are going in different directions, and they're able to share information within the team to be able to complete the seed faster.
And we have early Tumbleweed and an Amber Tablet.
Yeah, so Amber Tablet on the Goddess statue, so that means that they're going to be telling the other person on their team, and the other person is going to be getting back to the Goddess statue at some point to get that. I haven't seen what the starting pillar is, but it looks like probably Eldon is the other starting tablet.
I mean, yeah, we can say for sure it's not Amber, so yeah, it's Eldon. There was a red beam on Flo, behind Flo's statue.
Jim finding the first report of the seed. Reports are basically this randomizer's version of ice traps.
Just instead of giving you damage, it provides rando taxes. And Lepe was actually the first one who left Skyloft. That's interesting.
Yeah, so Lepe talking to Oriel, which unlocks Pero's gift on Skyloft. Yeah. Not sure if just Ragtag YAG both decided to put off the Goss statue, or otherwise Yal decided he really wanted that heart container. Which surprises me a little bit that he would go for that, but okay.
I mean, Flo and Clappet did some practice yesterday, and they learned how bad it is to not tell the other person where the heart container is, because one had 11 hearts, the other 7 with heart metal.
I mean, yeah, but so that is a thing that about co-op, is that it's a thing that's going to happen, is that your heart containers are going to wind up or you're gonna wind up skipping a lot of more checks than you ordinarily would, so you're not gonna wind up with as many safety items as you normally would.
Yep.
And yeah, so
Spirit of the
Sky
Sword,
is...
Lanayru Desert, and Slingshot has Nairu's Wisdom.
Yeah, so I don't think that the runners are going to do the slingshot check just for Nehru's unless they see something required on
I think I know
Lanayru
what
child.
Sky is.
Okay, yeah, so we instantly resolved the Sky Spirit of the Sword from that we got earlier. So, Spirit of the Sword is equivalent to Way of the Hero and Ocarina of Time.
It means an item in that region is hard required or logically required to beat a seed. And yeah, bomb bag. You need it so far for the only logical entrance into Lanayru Desert, which is another Spirit of the Swords region, so...
Okay, interesting. Jim did the very first check in Elden, or got the very first cube in Elden and just left.
Probably because Yell told him, hey, there is something important and lumpy.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Although the bomb bag isn't all that important. I guess, yeah, if you don't have a bit magic file, then you're not going to be able to do the skip for the magma turf shortcut rock. So I guess it kind of makes sense. It does feel a little bit odd, though. Lanayru, on the other hand, you definitely need bomb bag for, and I'd almost wager that the progression is more likely to be in Lanayru because of that bomb bag placement.
I think it was the Farron trial, actually, Alka. But yeah, there is some small divergence or controversy in the randomizer about doing at 3-0 checks first, or doing going to the first, doing the tablet you started with, or going to the tablet with the most checks. And Yal and Jim are actually both fans from doing the PS0 tablet, so I don't think why they're prioritizing Lanayru other than that, but that is the cube that is suggested is linked together with the first cube. Like...
Okay, we have Harp on 100. And so that's very important.
Yep, Beetle is so far an unhinted soft.
Yeah, it also looks like Crystal's on 50. So we have access to 15 crystals from 5 drops. Also, Floha just found the sea chart, which is required in order to enter the Sandship without doing a very long back in time sequence. So yeah, logically required.
There was apparently Spiral Charge in Mines.
Okay, so yeah. Spiral Charge locks 3 checks. There's 2 rocks in the sky that can be broken with Spiral Charge, and then there is Levias. Levias should be an always hint. So we'll know if something is on Levias, because I don't think runners will do it unhinted. Okay, so now we have 20 crystals available from 5 packs, which means that Betroth 30 is in logic at this point. Because you can collect... Actually, with... Well, yeah, we can collect 10 loose crystals, and with the beetle, we have access to... Actually, is it...
There's one crystal they can't get without claw shot. And yes, there is a...
Yeah. I'm just thinking if they can get there without Lumpy, but I think they can. Since they have Beetle, they can get 10 without having to get the Lumpy crystals. Okay, and the third check in Mines is junk. Alright, so Floha doing the Digging Mitts fight now, showing off the power of the Hero Mode Skyward Strike. Able to take out all those Bokos with one Skyward Strike. Yeah, this cube inside Magma Turf is fairly easy to forget, because people have been muscle memorying past it for all of the rando modes that don't require cubes.
That and the cube on the slide later in Elden.
Honestly, that one I think is fine. The one that I tend to forget in Elden is the one that's by the Boko Tower, to the right of Earth Temple.
Yeah, I can see it, since you normally first, unless you really start to explore, you are only seeing... Okay, Skyview 1 is a bait anyway, so... As you can see, there is a lot of muscle memory and no knowledge since playing casual.
Okay. So thus far, don't think there's been anything in. We haven't found much in desert, but desert is Spirit of the Sword, so we should be finding something soon. Okay, Yell timing that bomb pretty much perfectly with being able to Skyward Strike. Like, I think most runners will tend to place the bomb or throw the bomb after they hit the Skyward Strike. Floha going for those extra rupees behind that bombable wall. Interesting. Although I guess they know that beetles required, so rupees are very important. Okay, so Floha's going for the hint stone in Beetle at Malara's crystals and Farron Woods's. So our hook beetle is locked behind Gus Bellows.
You love to see it.
That can only really be required for Fire Sanctuary at this point. There's 4 checks in Fire Sanctuary that are hard locked by Hook Beetle.
And we had the talk earlier, but the chance that the boss key is on Hook Beetle locked is 35%. Now this isn't much, but those 35% sometimes feel like 53 or 75.
Well, I mean, 35% is an extremely high chance when you're talking about Randomizer.
Yeah, but you know, officially 35, unofficially like 75.
Okay, so that is our Sots item in Desert from Yal, the bow in Fire Node.
Yep, you needed to logically beat Sandship.
But yeah, we still can't even, in order to get to Sandship, we need Claw Shots and the Lanayru Caves key. So Lepalog climbing to the chest at the top of LMF. Whereas Yal is going towards the secret passage to check the chest there. Though notably, unless that chest has claw shots in it, Yal cannot actually get the
Cube over there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jim entering Farron. When did we get the Farron tablet?
Somewhere early Elden. I think first bombable wall.
Okay. Also required, fire shield earrings from the secret passage chest. So those are required in order to get to Fire Sanctuary. So although we will also need a bottle and claw shots to actually get there. Although, judging from one of the YAG Tiger X past races, Yal might just opt to do RBMs to avoid needing a bottle.
Yeah, Yal likes to be that person. Just doing RBMs because he can. And Elden Troy is apparently dead, so yeah. Lepelok got his bow, so he knows what's the farthest item in the desert. We don't know if the trial gate in Lanero is dead, so Jim actually doing Kikri.
Yeah, I mean, it also there's Owling Crystal, so Yell finding a sword in the back of Lightning Node, by the way. We need 2 more. So, but yeah, so since we haven't gotten a hint for Owling Crystals, it makes sense to go for Slingshot in case Owling Crystals winds up being required.
Or Lanero trial.
Well,
We
yeah,
know
Lanayru
that-
trial, but the Lanayru trial, if push comes to shove, you can do the RBMs for it. I highly, like, if Lanayru trial were the only concern, I think, like, the runners would opt to skip it for now and only go back to it if Lanayru trial actually is hinted to be required, because trials are always hints.
Flo is also getting his beetle. And Jarl is putting back the wheel where it belongs. On the back of the fun man. Also known as Dodo.
So Jim is finding a pouch upgrade behind that bombable wall. And a second sword on Dodo crystals.
So Amber Tablet is holding 2 swords, more or less.
Yeah. And 2 relatively fast swords, all things considered, so Jim will be most likely getting both of those. So this, now getting this Gauss chest. So Floha actually picking up the harp, probably also going to pick up the gratitude crystals, but wants to check what the second 100 item is.
Jarl found the slingshot, the worst projectile.
Yeah, slingshot not terribly important since we have the bow, but is useful in a few situations.
Second 100 is actually another crystal pack.
Okay, so I think that means we have access to 5 of the 5 packs. So that means that there's less individual crystals we need to hit 30. So Floha going to do the Collins letter check.
Most likely also checking on patrol.
Yeah, though that depends on how many individual crystals Floha wants to get, and if Floha actually has has enough crystals to actually be able to reach 30.
According to Tracker, he has 15 right now.
Yeah, so currently Floha cannot reach 30. Okay, so Yal opening this guy's chest, which is the one at the start of mines, or corresponds to the cube at the start of mines. Jim getting cube warp.
Because of course you do.
Lepe going for the Sand Oasis cube early.
Volcano Summit is dead. And Lanayro Desert Lanayro Trial is sadly also dead.
Okay, so that lessens the importance of Slingshot, but we also don't know about Allen crystals. I also missed what was in the Deep Woods chest.
Good job, Lepe.
Yeah, I think the cube was just barely out of range of his Skyward Strike.
So far, it looks like we will have a barren fire sanctuary.
Yeah, you say that now.
I mean, we need bellows, we need claw shots, we need fire shield earrings, mitts we have no idea about.
Although, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, swords are basically the only important thing that could
We have
be
earrings?
there.
Who has earrings? Oh, Yal has earrings.
Yeah, earrings were in the secret passage chest in Lanayru.
It makes sense that the Lanayru people have earrings then. Lepe on his way to get his second sword, and Yal got his harp.
Okay.
Another crystal check on Ballad of the Goddess check, so that's good.
Yeah, so that brings us up to 30 from 5 packs alone. So that puts 40 in logic. The maximum that can be required is 50, and Floha re-entering Seal Temple for...
He didn't got the small chest.
Yes, that is kind of important. Potentially.
For his 5 bombs. He has a bomb refill for getting the bombable walls now, and there's the bug middle. I agree with Alka. Wait, who hurt you? What did they do to you, Raid? And do I have to help you?
Okay, so Yal's gonna go for individual crystals.
Lanayru Desert another shot, and Tryon Scallop also semi-dead. This is so far the first bottle we know about. And of all we know, bottle could be bottle locked.
Yeah. Okay, so that second desert fight, it depends on where the water dragon scale and either bellows or claw shot is, as far as like whether that could point to earrings or something else. It most likely points to earrings unless like scale is super late.
One is semi-required, J dude, because we don't know where the other bottles are. So far the only bottle reachable is the one on the Skyloft trial.
Okay, well, we have a Song of the Hero part on Betrow, so that's 1/3 of our Skyloft trial access. So yeah, I mean, it's a very small chance, but there is a chance that that is the only bottle that is logically available to our runners, and all 4 other bottles are in Fire Sanctuary. That is extremely unlikely, but it's a possibility.
If all other 4 bottles are in Fire Sanctuary, you need it. Logically.
That was an interesting camera angle on Floha's screen right there.
Desert was it again.
Yeah, so we have 2 Desert Fi hints, but I think the second one's going to resolve to earrings. We just don't know that for sure because of where the hint was placed and the fact that we got that hint stone out of logic. So Yell needs 3 more individual crystals to hit 20. Also, Monka Stamina on Yell's screen. Okay, so Jim got Ballad of the Goddess, is going to fly into the Thunderhead, but he has to find the invisible loading zone because he got it very recently. Or he got it in the sky before he hit another loading zone, so that meant that the entrance was invisible. Okay, know that. Okay, so the bow chest is dead in Sandship.
No robot fight.
Yeah, it's interesting that the bow is on the bow of the Sandship. It's hard to say if they did that intentionally.
Right. Nobody then, other than Dude, does the dig spot RBM. We know you love it, but...
I highly doubt Yell does the dig spot RBM unless it like gets randomly hinted, because I think Yell and Jim are just going to trust in their mechanical ability to just win through being able to do checks faster rather than through cheese strats.
Y'all might do it in a spoiler log race.
Yeah. But spoiler log is an entirely different beast. Because, of course, if you know that the only mid-locked location is the 4th key piece dig spot, of course you do that RBM. But you don't have that information in a normal rando race. Okay, so that's where Emerald Tablet was. Yeah, so Yal picking up all the items, basically covering ground that Jim has already covered. But since Yal has earrings, he's going to be able to go into Summit. Although we know that we haven't found anything useful in Summit.
Summit is barren. Of course we haven't found anything of use because it's barren.
Okay, I missed that hint.
It was... I think it was in Lake Floria. But could be wrong. But I know I saw...
Wait, didn't like Floria have the Desert Fi and the Skyloft trial having a bottle, or am I just making that up? I don't deny there was a hint. I don't think it was quite there.
Oh, Kloshas is apparently on Pharaoh's course, so that's important.
Okay, so Floa setting up for early Thunderhead. Depends heavily on where Ballad it is, if that's actually worth it. Either that or Floha just hit the crystal as a way to skip a Walk of Shame after he failed Cube Orb. Okay, looks like that's the case unless Floha saves it. Now Floha's doing early Thunderhead. Okay, Val was on one of the Lumpy Goddess chests. Okay, Floha's going to be very unamused when he finds Ballad then, after already putting the time into early Thunderhead. So did Yal and Jim not find the Volcano Summit Baron hint? Since Yal's going there now, I guess he could just be getting all the cubes.
Yeah, we'll probably the cube.
He's opening chests though, which suggests to me that he
money.
Hasn't... I mean, yeah, I guess it's a quick enough chest to open. I'm just like, if he knows this region's barren, then why? Then yeah, opening any chest is just wasting time.
I mean, Jim is already known in the community for his interesting ways on farming money.
Okay, so I guess Yal just decided that chest was just fast enough that he was gonna go for it. So yeah, Yal knows it's barren. He's just getting the cubes. Interesting that he's, unless Jim I guess Yell. Oh no, because he has to death warp because he doesn't have claw shots. Yeah. Okay. Never mind what I'm saying.
It wasn't the Lake Floria hint. It was the Deep Woods Sandstone. But yeah, Volcano Summit is barren. Something Lepe probably already knows.
Yeah. I mean, it's. The thing is, like, Yell didn't know that chest was going to have money. But yeah, it is a quick enough chest to open.
It could be he was banking on at least a rare treasure.
I guess that. Okay, how many crystals does Lepe have?
Paperweight!
Alright, 10. So Lepe is not getting anything new from Betro. So yeah, at this point we're not really getting much new information from any of the runners because they're just retracing each other's steps.
Ray trying to get Yao, who is on a 10 minutes delay, not reading chat, not hearing us or anything, to get him to do the digging spot RBM. This is fun.
Okay, so Lepe also entering Farron, which is interesting, but I guess we're kind of running low on available checks. Okay, Yao going for early Thunderhead.
Is Floor Stream for you also dead? Ah,
nope.
Dead. Okay. It's just the beautiful, beautiful German internet again.
All my streams just suddenly died at once, though. Okay. Everything should be good now. So, Yao's gonna do early Thunderhead, so he's doing the bit save variant, it looks like. So he's going to bit save his file. As soon as this save text comes up, he's going to start his file. That might have been a little bit late, actually.
Such as Elden Volcano, and what was the other hint?
I did not catch it.
We will see it on Bingolords again. When they ever find their variant of their... Oh, Batro is sorts. So far, the only item we know Batro has is Song of the Hero part.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
But I highly doubt that is Sots, though, although it would be funny.
Yeah, Paperweight. Paperweight is clearly Sots, because suddenly, out of sheer pure will, they have to do Skykeep. So... having Paperweight is useful. Yes.
Okay, so now we'll see what the Curse of Metal chest has. Gust Bellows, that is definitely the Sots item.
Yes. This is needed.
Yeah, that is required for Hook Beetle, which is Sots, so... or which is required for Fire Sanctuary, so...
Wait, when is your next race? When you do your next race, I want you to RPM the digging spot. And to show, if you find Stone of Triad, the cutscene. I know that one, right? Do it.
So you got Floha and Yal in the Thunder at the same time. Yal has the benefit of more information because Jim has already been here.
Jim got his second beetle.
There's claw shots!
Yeah, we already know that.
Oh, okay. I did not see it. That. Okay,
Jim got it.
Okay. Okay, so that is... Now we're a bottle away from being able to access Fire Sanctuary, and we are a cave ski away from being able to get to Sandship.
And we get a new hint stone.
Yeah, which Jim is about to show us.
Now, we already got that hint stone. I'm speaking of the hint stone in Volcano Summit.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Jim must have already been up there.
Yeah, but Rosat and another Sat was it?
I think that was Elden Sots.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jim finally getting his Amber tablet. And this is kind of convenient because now Jim can just head right there. Although he's heading towards Elden at the moment. Jim heading towards Farron, though. Have we resolved Farron, Spirit of the Sword?
No, but
Okay,
Great
so
Tree
that's
could
what,
have it.
Yeah, Great Tree. Oh, Jim, interestingly enough, starting in Floria, which I guess makes a lot of sense. You want to get this cube, and then you can go to Farron directly from here.
Yeah. Though the cube doesn't have anything in logic for us. Since you need scale to put it in logic.
Yeah, but it's worth getting it anyways,
Yeah.
because otherwise, like, you might have to make a special trip there later to get it.
Yes and no. AC is one of our required dungeons, so you have to go there anyway. So why not couple it with AC if you have to go there anyway?
Yeah, I mean, it's also a matter of getting the cube out of the way so that... I forget what chest that connects to, but it may make you not have to do another sky loop, and it's quick enough to get that I think it's worth going for. Yeah, so Yal going to be able to route the Skyloft a little more efficiently because he has the information from Jim on where Gus Bellows is. So now that Yal has Gus Bellows, he can get Hook Beetle, which I'm not sure if there's anything he can really do with Hook Beetle now. Oh, Leppy finding... Okay, I don't know. Maybe Jim already found that sword, but we now know where Master Sword is.
Ah, yeah.
It's hard to keep track of 4 runners at once.
Flo is going back to Skyloft?
So, at this point, we're just looking for Cave's Key, Scale, and technically we know where one bottle is, but hopefully we find a better bottle. So, in Magma Mitts, but Magma Mitts can be worked around. So, we also just got a fetch quest item. That's very true that, yeah, since Farron is Sots, that could indicate that we have a required item behind the rattle. In fact, it's very likely, because I can't think of anything else that would make Farron Sots.
The only item we will need at this point is Cave's Key?
In Scale.
Yeah, and Gale
Yes.
is a little bit impossible to get now in Farron region.
Well, I mean, with where Clash are, like, it's still possible for the skill to be locked behind the Great Tree check, because the requirements for getting that chest is either Claw Shots or Scale plus Gust Bellows to go in the bottom of the Great Tree and then use the Gust Bellows to move the platforms, or Claw Shots to Claw Shot up the vines on the outside. Yeah, that is very true, that our Master Sword is mitts locked. I mean, I think ultimately that's not really going to wind up mattering, since the only thing we need Master Sword for is to open up the end of the game.
Plus we also have one sword, I think, running around, let's say, and it could be we are running into it at some point.
Jim getting bodied by the Octorok, unfortunately.
Jim, why are you going back to... Oh, the one cube, right.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he did not check the statue by outside Skyview, which is actually
He flew to Lake Floria, though. So he can't... He would have to fly back, fly to Deep Wood statue, and then just for the cube.
Yeah, but I still think flying in and out is faster than doing Walk of Shame. Okay, so not really finding anything of value in caves. So Yell getting this cube that Lepe got a long time ago out of logic. Jim looking for bombs, I think, in Seal Temple, but not getting any in the RNG pots.
Flo is on his way to getting his gas bellows.
Yell is going to check the Temple of Time hintstone and get that cube, which I don't think we got a hint for, but I've missed plenty of other things in this seed.
I mean, the hint could be on the hintstone there, of all we know.
I mean, that is very true. Also, Yal having a bit of an aim.
I mean, he is Northern American, so...
Yeah. He also has an NA aim emote that he hates every time that I say that the bow in that emote looks a little too much like a fishing rod.
Ah.
Gotta love our friendly banter in the SSR community.
As long as we don't start the Kolok Pause war again. Oh,
Okay.
Leopardite.
Levias' Collins' letter.
Well...
That is not the hit that you wanted to see.
Mm-hmm. Is this yet...
And Yell also did not remember which rock he needs to blow up for the time shift stone.
Nope.
But yeah, fetch quest on Levias, not really the best, but at the same time, it's unlikely to be required at this point.
Of all we know, Pipit could have a pair of mitts.
I mean, that is, I think, the only thing at this point that... Or a bottle. I guess those are the only two important things that are left that Pipit could have.
Best thing that could happen is... one doing Levi's, the other doing Scale of Trial at this point.
So Yal heading back into Linear Desert. He's heading this way, so he's going to wind up getting the 5 beacon upgrade. Eventually.
Oh no. I'm gonna check race room, I think.
I always forget that you can actually make that claw shot all the way from where the statue is.
This is kind of bad. Because apparently Lepe's internet died. I don't know the rules, but... Yeah, he isn't alone for another 8 minutes, but... I don't know if someone should ask Flo. Oh! There's a bottle.
Okay, so... Where was that?
Goddess Cube Chest, Floaty Island.
Okay,
West of Skyloft, I think.
Yeah, so that is... Yeah, so that's an easy to get cube. So yeah, the bottle on Skyloft Trial is dead.
And this is why I said it's... The trail is semi-dead. West of Skyloft. If you're going down through...
Yeah, basically by Westcliff is kind of what we generally call it.
Yeah, I don't know those tracker names. I'm not working on the tracker. I'm not a runner. I'm just here.
Yeah, I mean, that will get worked out. Like, if Lepe's internet has died, and then, yeah, that'll get worked out by the admins.
I mean, Flo is an admin, he could just say. But I think he's probably letting Musu and CJ decide that.
Okay, so, yeah, the rattle has mitts, so that's one of our 2 pairs of mitts. It opens up a bunch of more checks in Elven. But yeah, I guess Yal's gonna finish chasing these hook beetle checks, and then, this... maybe... What else were... The only other thing we're missing is Caves Key, though, so it's like... I don't know if that's really a mad dash to, like, start doing... Well, also we're missing Scale, so we're still missing quite a bit for Go Mode, actually. It's interesting we're, like, over an hour and still no act... Okay, well, there's our Magma Mitts. That actually means that Fire Sanctuary is the first dungeon that we can full clear.
Some nice Season 1 flashback. On Jim's side.
Jim just seems to hit that cutscene like every single race.
Exactly.
It isn't even just a Season 1 flashback at this point.
He just loves this cutscene. By the way, we still don't have a singular dungeon dip so far.
Well, that's because we haven't had access to any of the dungeons really up until now. I mean, I guess technically we had access to Fire Sanctuary, but like because we couldn't full clear it in logic, like it really didn't matter a lot. But now that we have access to magma mitts, suddenly Fire Sanctuary is looking pretty good.
And it looks like Lepe's internet is back. He joined the race room again, so the flow is like 10 minutes, 20 minutes alone. I don't know if this...
I don't even know if it was that much, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was some time. 5 minutes, yeah. There will be some inaccuracy on Lepe's tracker now, but this is not something we can really work on.
Yeah, so Yal should know that he can complete digging or magma mitts now. Same with Jim. Well, we found another key piece that's completely useless because Earth Temple's not required. So, Floha soon to get digging mitts. I'm not sure if between them they've already found the other pyramids.
We don't really know anything about their routing. At least Lepe's routing so far. I love how paperweight is an official item for Batro Crystal rewards.
Okay, so Jim turning in the mushroom spores to get access to 2 items, one on Oriel and one on Pero.
Tumbleweed is in Night Academy practice sword. That was found pretty early.
There's scale. On top, that's Temple of Time Cube. It may be a while before Floha and Lepe decide to go get that one. So I think this race is going to be a lock for Yal and Jim. Based off of that. Temple of Time play paying off hugely.
That's a nice item to find on Temple of Time Cube. Honestly, there are 3 big cubes who tends to have big items. First cube in Elden, Ancient Harbor Cube, and Temple of Time Cube. Bugnet! Just 6%. That's good. All the meme items. Yes, yes.
Okay, so Yeah, literally just running into Farron to get the rattle to be able to get his other mitts.
Actually, Beth 30 also had an adventure pouch, but yeah. Nice symmetry of meme item, Song of the Hero part, actually use item, Song of the Hero part, meme item. Thank you, Alka.
Yeah, so if you hit that Moblin with 4 arrows, then just slashing the Moblin shield causes the Moblin to die. It's really strange.
Okay, I just got the information that the stream of Lepelog will not be coming back because this crashed some of his software and it's too much to fix it, to Band-Aid fix it right now, so sadly only Flo's viewer is coming back, staying. The break Flo probably just had was Lepe coming back, so I have to remind everyone that this stream has a 10 minutes delay and some reactions to the fallout of Lepe could be coming from that.
Oh yeah, so Yell actually going into Cistern first, because yeah, we also have access to Cistern now that we have scale. We're still looking for Cave's Key, unless I missed us getting Cave's Key, but I don't think I did. And it doesn't look like it's on Yell's stream tracker. So small key check, not useful. And since we're not yet in go mode, Yal's probably going to be full clearing.
Flo finally getting his white sword.
I mean, it makes sense because it's a full for him to do the small key chest because it's a full clear. But we found Beetle's Beetle, so we found our last fetch quest item. And Yal also doing a really nice trick there to jump down and grab the lever in midair, avoiding needing to flip a lily pad. Okay, that's just a cistern key. Always going to get excited every time I see a key, even in a dungeon, and then it's just going to be the dungeon key, and not the Linearu Caves key.
Mm-hmm. The elusive caves key. Next video of Gymnast.
Okay, so I think that's them deciding to pause to wait for Lepe, so I think Lepe's internet comes back shortly after this, so they'll be unpausing once that happens. And yeah, Kick God, sometimes that can happen where like you're just so used to just getting normal small keys in a dungeon, and you get the caves key, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's just a dungeon key, and it turns out that's your go mode. I guess Yal deciding not to death warp, he's gonna leave the dungeon and re-enter. Jim knows what he's doing, Raid.
Flo getting his fire shield earrings.
Okay, I guess Lepe already checked the cube after that because Flo is just turning around and not getting the cube. Okay, so Yal is going to do cistern clip to get the whip chest and the boss key. Actually, yeah, it's probably just going to go down to the boss key because then he can get, because he already has a small key, and I think the boss key chest is guaranteed to have the other small key. He can open the whip chest on his way up the statue. But Yal having a little bit of trouble with the out of bounds movement, which is very uncharacteristic.
Did he save?
Yes, he did save.
Because in an earlier race, co-op race, Jim did not save and soft locked while this glitch, and lost 10 minutes and another boss fight to it.
Yeah.
it looks like Jim prepares on going Fire Sanctuary first.
Well, I mean, that would make sense, because you ideally want to be in a different location than your co-op partner so that you can maximize the amount of information you can get so that your co-op partner can benefit later. Although
I just want to say, we were lied to. Lip his back.
Okay, so yeah, Lippy's, so that's good. So Leppy is in Fire Sanctuary, it looks like, and is doing the map chest RBM. So Leppy is probably doing back half first.
This
although
is a note on the restreamer to please look out to be able to bring back his tracker on the best possible turn back on it. Or up to date. I don't know, I can't speak.
I guess the unfortunate thing is that just the way that they routed, Jim is probably not going to be entering Fire Sanctuary before Yell, or much before Yell. I think Yell still has a couple cutscenes to go through, so they're not going to be able to, like... But I guess what'll probably happen is one of them will do back half first and one of them will do front half first. They still need to find the caves key, though, so there's that.
That was a clean Colossus.
Yep.
We won't know until we know.
Okay, Lepe, important to note, does not have Magma Mitts because he's doing the boss key chest RBM. So that will be an advantage to Ragtag YAG, that they will actually have Magma Mitts and won't have to do a bunch of extra RBMs to full clear. Actually, worst case scenario for Floha and Lepe would be Cave's key is on the third small key. Although, actually, I'm not sure that that can happen because of hints. Because the third small key, I believe, isn't always hit. It might be a sometimes hit. If it's a sometimes hit, then it's fine.
I mean, we are missing one hint stone right now.
Which is the shipyard hintstone. So, yeah, the thing is...
And Volcano Summit Fire Sanctuary.
Oh, true. Okay, so we are... Okay, so then there's still the possibility for Cave's Key to be on third small key. Yeah, well, if you are fast at the Moldorm fight, then the Moldorm fight is faster than doing the RBMs by... Like, I'm not sure how you timed that, because that is the opposite of the timing that we had for 100%. I mean, I guess the one thing is, like, if they know where the mitts are and are just intentionally skipping them, then that's a conscious decision.
Flo is getting his scale.
Okay, then... Okay, that would be very interesting, because that's the opposite of what I was told. Because in the 100% speed run, we specifically don't do the RBMs because that's what the timing was.
Don't fix this Alka. His name is Lililok. Lililop. With the leper hands.
Okay, anyhow, so we're still looking for Cave's Key. So... Okay, interesting that neither Yal nor Jim are setting foot into Fire Sanctuary, although we might see Jim, like, save Scum turning in the Crystal Ball and then heading into Fire Sanctuary after that.
I have a stupid idea where Cave's Key is. Paper crystals.
I mean, it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
It's an awful possibility that, but,
It could be Flo is thinking about getting... Oh, he got the mistake one.
Jim getting True Master Sword.
It could, Alka, it could be that Lepek got the scale while being MIA. We are having something called empty unrequired dungeons, and this means that dungeons that are not required by the seed don't have any items we need to clear the seeds. Because this question came up in chat, and Guy, another thought.
Okay, so we have another bottle. And Song for a Dead Trial. So yeah, I'll just clearing a few more checks on Skyloft. Jim is going to be heading to Fire Sanctuary. Or not. Raid wants Jim to lose time to doing an unnecessary RBM when he's literally right here.
Yes. Ah, poor Raid. Just for a pair of crystals.
I mean, okay. Joking aside, doing that RBM early might have actually been beneficial in this seed because it would have meant needing 5 fewer, or that would have been 5 more gratitude crystals, and it would have meant getting to 30 faster. I have never thought to like call my Loftwing like right there. Like Yal just did. Okay, so that was Kavesky. I was like not paying attention there. So on Platt's chest on Lepalog's side, so that's advantage to the German Bingolords.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, Leppy's stream has been like skipping a little bit for me.
Yeah, could be some leftover from his internet fallout.
Yeah, I'm refreshing. I mean, I hope that Leppy realized that it was, okay. Okay, so Leppy needs to clear the front of Fire Sanctuary to get the boss key. Also, there was a small key in back half. But this might have been a good... Well, okay, since Leppy didn't have the Magma Mitts, he cannot key... or he can't really efficiently key smuggle, so... Makes sense that he's doing this routing. Yeah, I mean... It makes, with where TMS is, it barely costs time to get, so, I think Yell missed that jump twice this seed. Yeah, like in any percent, we pick up true math, like... Or I guess like the old 2-hour 80% route, we would pick up True Master Sword when and it winds up just it doesn't save a lot of time, but like consider that like that involves like having to go through all the IMPA text in that category and it still saved time, so I think it makes sense for Yal to pick up True Master Sword in this situation. Okay, so third small key in Fire Sanctuary is dead, so Magma Mitts are not hard required. I mean, I don't know if I'd say huge advantage. I mean, YAG, Ragtag YAG is not going to wind up doing any of the RBMs to unlock Magma Mitts lock checks. So it might, I guess, at the end of the day, like, I don't know. It probably would have been faster, like, knowing all the information to not get them, but we also have more information than they did when they made that decision.
Yep.
Yeah, we also have Yal up one dungeon currently. Jim is starting to clear front of Fire Sanctuary, so he'll find the boss key. And Yal's probably going to probably going to do the bit warp and do back half first. We might even see Yal do key smuggling route here because he has Magma Mitts.
And there's boss key. So basically
Where
you
was
can
it?
do Pot's room. Water Pot's room.
Okay. I'm confused as to why Lepe is doing the double Magmanos fight then. I guess that means they don't know where Scale is.
Well, Flo might be able to tell him soon, but that's a maybe.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that was just from Lepe's stream being cut out so long we didn't know if he had Scale, and now we know the answer is he does not. Okay, so Yell not going for key smuggle strats because he's doing the map chest RBM. Also, Jim did the single Magmanos fight to check the bottle chest, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, because this also, since it has a small key, it means that Jim's able to continue further. So Overall, I think this in like the co-op scenario makes sense. Now Yal knows he can just do the all dungeons strat of after he checks the map chest, he can just go right down to the boss key section of the dungeon after getting the map chest. Yeah, so Yal has one dungeon completed. Lepe's soon to have one dungeon completed. They need to find scale. Floa and Lepe need to find scale, which
Flo is probably about because he has the cube. If Flo is now checking all the cubes.
Yeah, the fact that Floha is going for starting the Crystal Ball quest doesn't fill me with confidence on that one, though. Yeah, I mean the one thing about forcing a full clear fire sanctuary is it is kind of an equalizer in that both teams basically have to full clear fire sanctuary. Okay, so yeah, Floha going for the crystal ball check now, which is pointing him away from where the
where
scale
he has
is.
to be.
Do we know that Floha got that cube?
He went to Temple of Time. Both the Hindstone and he did the task to fight for the robot.
Okay, so... Okay, I guess Yal deciding he wants the small key. So he is going to actually go and do the setup to get the bottle chest. So basically, what's happening there is Yal is in the wrong map for the location he is in Fire Sanctuary, so he is able to navigate the room's collision, although everything's completely unloaded, which is why there was like nothing present there. The only thing that was loaded was the collision. Yeah. We'll have to ask them about what their reasoning was for chasing the mitts as hard as they did in the interview. I mean, it is... Yeah, I mean, they didn't have the information on third small key, so they just wanted to... They were trying to play safe.
I think the information for third small key is on Shipyard.
No, it's in... It was on the second Volcano Summit hint stone, because we definitely saw it. That's how we know that the check's dead. Yeah, Lepe has Cave Ski, but the team doesn't have Scale. And Yal and Jim have Scale, but they are still hunting for Cave Ski, which is in the Plat's chest in Fire Sanctuary.
Not gonna lie, I could see Lepe finishing Sandship without knowing where Scale is.
I mean, does Floha have that many checks left to do?
If he's doing Fire Sanctuary now, yes.
Okay, yeah, true. That would be very unfortunate, and honestly, I would say bad routing.
Because of...
I mean, actually, I shouldn't say bad routing. I guess, like...
unfortunate routing.
I don't know. At the same time, I'd say, like, the thing is, like, Fire Sanctuary is, at this point, all a known quantity, so Floha should be focusing things that he doesn't know.
I mean, from all they know, Scale could be in Sandship.
Yeah, but Lepe is going to check Sandship.
Doesn't change that Flo still has to do Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, but I guess the point is that that Floha is gaining 0 information by doing Fire Sanctuary, whereas if he's checking the Goddess chest he has in the sky, he's gaining more information.
That's true, but on the other hand, it's Floha. Floha isn't known for being smart. And the only person who could be a worse co-op partner for Lepe, his own words, would be me. So, yeah. This...
Wait, was I lied to? Was this not hinted? Or no, okay, this is Platts. Never mind. I forget what I'm saying. Like, I was, for a sec, I thought he was heading towards third small key, and I was going to be, very, upset. Okay, Floha not going into Fire Sanctuary yet, thankfully.
Pac-Man, you know my co-op partner. As long as Pika doesn't want to play, I can't play in the next tournament.
Okay, so Ragtag YAG is now in Go mode.
Yep. So much to... I hope they don't finish an hour before us.
Okay, so now I guess Yal's confident that the Keyleo is going to allow him to key smuggle here. Because he will need another small key to get into the... water pod room. Do we remember where the other small key was?
Nope, sadly not. At least I don't.
Alright, but Yell has to be confident that he knows where the other small key is and that he can get it. Because otherwise, I'm guessing it's in 64-bit chest. So, okay, so Yell here is going to be heading into kind of a broken mini-boss fight. Like, the mini-boss is not going to behave properly until Yell hits this trigger for the cutscene at the start of the fight, and then the Lizalfos is actually going to behave properly. I mean, yes, unfortunately that chest is known as the 64-bit chest because I got knocked out of the Season 1 tournament specifically for forgetting to open that chest.
Yeah, I think it has a junk hint because of that. Yes, Flowhawk goes Fire Sanctuary, as I thought.
Okay, so... So this should have a small key for Yal, and it does. So this routing works. Jim also getting Cave's key. So Yal and Jim are going to be beating Fire Sanctuary at about the same time. So Yal's gonna, as a result, wind up finishing well ahead of Jim because Jim still needs to do
AC.
Yeah, all of Cistern. Well, actually, not even all of Cistern. He just needs to get the big key and then Cistern clip. Or actually, probably just get the big key and then lower the statue. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of flow hut chests at this point. The flow hut chest, like, I think officially the first chest in LMF is the flow hut chest.
Yes, officially yes, but then there's also on a restream, on a showcase seat, he had Cliff on Goddess statue, then cubes on another restream, then we have on top of Beetle on this race. Can we just say Floha's routing is very unfortunate for him? Oh no, right. Oh no. I'm scared.
Okay, so both members of Ragtag YAG have defeated Girahim 2. So Jim is going to be heading to Cistern. Yal's going to be heading to Seal Temple for the end of the game.
He's missing Sandship though.
Oh, right. Both of them have to still do Sandship.
I know you don't like Tantalus, but that's embarrassing.
Yeah, there's nothing left to be in Treasure Room that could be useful.
Except for...
Well, other than the boss key.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim picking up his scale, but he knew exactly where it was and just waiting to run it in now. Treasure Room clip. Oh, the clip. Okay, I know it. I was thinking like somebody found a way to clip into Treasure Room, which would be huge.
Yeah, that would be huge for both Rando and the actual speedrun.
Well, I mean, it would be huge for like no bit in HD.
Yeah.
Like pretty much no other serious category needs to go there.
Still important though.
But you know, the clip of there's a clip from like one of the races in which Treasure Room was just loaded.
A true treasure room.
Yeah.
One could say.
Wait. Yeah, I was about to say, Jim like clutched right away from the chest that had the boss key. I was like, Jim, you kind of want that. Also, okay, I guess Jim is going to be doing Cistern Clip. Okay, he did in fact remember that he either needs that, like, that door is locked right now. I have seen runners, forget that fact. Jim was trying to line up for Cistern Clip and accidentally left the dungeon.
I mean, it's not the worst he did with Cistern Clip this tournament. Or this year.
I mean, fair enough. And Jim clips back inbound. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, I guess... Wait. Okay, so Jim just clipping into the whip room. Yeah, I guess this is faster than going to the boss key. Or the vanilla, or like the basement, I guess, where you would get the vanilla boss key chest. so Leppy doing the captain's cabin where the boss key is in vanilla. I don't think this was hinted, but I have apparently missed a million hints this seed.
I don't think it was hinted, but...
So we'll see if the boss key is vanilla.
No. But it was a full heal.
Yeah. That... honestly not super great, because well, I guess Leppy can't do Tentalis skip because he's still not in go mode. I also don't think there was a hint for the heart of a sea creature.
I have a stupid idea why they don't know what scale is. And it's a very, very unfortunate idea. But I now just too well know that this is a possibility. They forgot the cube.
That would be very unfortunate. I do think, though, that Belova got the cube.
Yes, yes. He got the cube, but he forgot that he got the cube. Or thought he already got the chest to the cube. They are not very good trackers. Like, at all. So, the fact that it could be that they forgot they have a cube open is a possibility.
Yeah, I feel like there's more cubes that they left behind than just that one, though. Yeah, I'll, again, with the N-aim. Okay, so Yell actually gonna leave it in the present to go down to the combo lock chest. I guess just completely banking on the fact that, or banking on the boss key. Well, that still doesn't make a lot of sense. I do not understand why Yal is routing this way, but he probably has some Phi-head plan that I do not understand.
Yal is 5 the person, so...
Even if he does get the boss key here, though, it's still bad because he needs to turn the ship's power on in order to, I guess this is the one scenario in which it's fine because now he... Well, even so, he's going to have to activate the time shift stone to go get the key. I don't know. I think it would have been better to just reactivate the time shift stone after you check the map chest. Especially if he's just gonna do this check. Yeah, so I should also point out that it is the second person on each team to finish that matters for the race. So Yell is currently ahead. So whenever Yell finishes doesn't matter for the team finish time, assuming that Yell stays ahead of Jim, it will be Jim's finish time versus whoever finishes second of Floha and Lepe. And like at this point, Ragtag YAG has such a monumental advantage that I think Jim is light years ahead of Floha. So it would take a gigantic catastrophe for the German Bingolords to come back in this race.
Like 5 deaths in hard, no hard skip. Complete garbage, Gira him free. That kind of monstrosity.
Even that is like I don't know. I feel like it would take failing Tantalus skip, then not doing Tantalus skip, and dying to Tantalus like 10 times. Like, I think that is legitimately how far ahead they are.
This is fine.
Or, yes, deleting their file, which I think is extremely unlikely.
07, guys. 07 for German Bingolords. They should keep it up with bingo instead of racing.
Okay, so Jim doing mast skip. So he died with a bomb while over the edge of the Sandship. Wait. Does Jim have the... I guess... I think Jim's gonna run into a problem here. I think he needed to do a to leave the dungeon and re-enter, because as soon as he steps out onto the deck, the time shift stone's still going to be covered up, and he's not going to be able to shoot it. And I think he also didn't raise the lifeboat, or no, what? He's already done the generators, I guess. Or wait, yeah, I think Jim now realizing that. I mean, this is good for Team Bingolords. Gives them a little bit of catch-up time. It's not nearly enough.
Yeah, it's something.
No, Jim, don't go through that door. Okay, now he remembers he needs to leave and re-enter. Thankfully, the game didn't let him exit, or he would have had to do the mass sequence anyways.
Floha hasn't finished a single dungeon yet.
Yeah, well, that's soon going to change. Oh yeah, Lepe is clearing a barren sand sea. That is very unfortunate.
I just hope Flo decides to do his cubes after Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah. Floha also, like, caught himself about to do back in time before he did. If he did back in time there, that would have been catastrophe. Okay, so Floha about to finish his first dungeon.
Carven, not just you. Not just you.
I don't know. I think, like, Yal will be finished before Floha finds Scale. I don't know about Jim. Like, Floha's running out of other things he can do. Like,
He could... Don't say it. He could do Sandship first. Before he tends to cubes.
Then we would really need to yell at him in the interview.
I have many reasons to yell at Floha. Many. But this is embarrassing.
Okay, so Yal going to do Tentalus Skip.
YAG for Battle Cat. That's...
Yeah. He keeps he keeps using that file name in spite of the fact that BCat sabotaged him in 2 co-op races last year. Okay, so Floha going to the sky, that is a good sign. Thanks to ZSR3 for the raid party of 20. We are currently in the midst of a Skyward Sword Randomizer co-op race with the German Bingolords versus Ragtag YAG. Ragtag YAG is very close to finishing. They both just have to finish Sandship and then can beat the game. German Bingolords are still looking for their Water Dragon scale in order to access Ancient
Is
Cistern.
this Flo? Yes, Flo.
Floha is about
exactly, this chest. This chest, yes.
Okay, so Floha getting his Water Dragon scale, and that is go mode for German Bingolords.
Finally.
And yeah, this goddess chest was open to Floha for probably a good over half hour. Well, Jim did not do Tantalus skip, so he still has to do the whole Tantalus fight, whereas Yal did set up Tantalus skip, so Yal's going to be back ahead as soon as this chase sequence ends, because
It could be that Jim is hoping for a heart container because he's one heart behind.
I very much doubt Jim cares about hearts at this point. Like, Jim has 9 hearts. That's exactly how many he would have in No Bit or in an HD speedrun. So, yeah.
On the other hand, it doesn't really matter because they're both pretty much same up, and yeah, they're only missing Horde, Tantalus and then Horde.
Yeah. So, Lepe now needs to go actually get this goddess cube so that he can get his scale.
Oh, I understand now what Raid said about the YouTube video. A bit too passive aggressive, Yal. Not Yal, Raid. That's just a tiny bit too passive aggressive, though I'm all up for it. Raid has put that YouTube video in chat. It looks like it's a video about Beetle. Because of course.
Okay, Yal getting a safety fairy. Hopefully, Yal does not accidentally dump it out before opening the Horde door, which should not happen because he doesn't have a shield on to de-equip.
As I said earlier, Flo doesn't have bad routing. Flo just has so unfortunate ideas that he always does make decisions that looks like bad routing.
Okay, so luckily Floha able to go mode cistern very quickly, so that shouldn't be an issue. I guess Lepe choosing to Death Warp rather than ride the minecart back. Interesting decision. Oh no, is Floha gonna get the bad clip? Okay, Floha manages to climb up there. I did have it happen once when I was trying to climb up in a bad location. I wound up clipping into the seam there, into just a basically out of bounds sandwich between 2 walls where you literally can't do anything. Yal about to finish Horde. Jim about to enter Horde. And Lepe getting his water scale.
Flo is, by the way, still one dungeon behind Lepe, so...
Yeah. Floha's not gonna finish for a while, although Floha does know where the boss key is, so that will be a benefit. Yeah, it is true that Floha gets to skip the other generator if he remembers that he can do that, which will save him a little bit of time, because you only need one half of the engine room to be activated in order to get to Treasure Room. Yal getting the fast strat for Girahim Phase 2. And now, you wretched brat! So, Yal just heading into Demise. Yal does not have bug net today, so he cannot use the bug net to reflect back the lightning.
Jim has though, but I don't know if he will do that.
I have a feeling that since Jim is the second on his team to finish, he is going to just go for finishing the seed. I mean, we know that Jim is in basically no danger of getting sniped by...
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does not. So,
And
Yal,
there's a G.
Yeah. Yal is finished, but the team is not yet finished until Jim finishes, so... We will only pull them in for interview when both of them finish.
Which should be in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Like,
5 maximum.
Honestly, it's like 2 minutes from here. Unless something goes wrong. But, it really shouldn't. I say that, and then, okay. Well, Yal had the opportunity to do blindfolded because, Yal was ahead of Jim at that point. So Yal could afford to mess around a little bit and still not affect the race. Thanks to GameCode64 for supporting ZSR with the Prime Gaming sub.
There's a queue locked us on Lepe's side. Sorry, I'm gonna go bury myself real quick.
So Jim in second phase of demise.
Lepe just finished his third dungeon and is therefore ready to go to the end game.
And Jim has finished in, and Ragtag YAG has officially finished in first place with a time of 2:24:17. So GG's to Ragtag YAG, and hopefully we can get them in for an interview. And
we do.
GG Jim and Yao.
GG.
GG's.
So yeah, the big difference maker in this race was that Floha waited until after Fire Sanctuary to go get the Goddess chest on Beetle's Island, and thus they both missed out on scale.
For
well,
1.5 dungeons.
I mean, at the very least, like they at least got to go get the Caves key from Fire Sanctuary, but yeah. I was like waiting for the restream to catch up, and I saw Raid's like video meme. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think that video does explain the situation at best.
Yeah, but yeah, so I guess like first question. So it's like both of you wound up getting mitts before you went into Fire Sanctuary, and so you're kind of having a little bit of a debate, like in chat, about whether that wound up ultimately saving you time over RBMing those checks.
It probably didn't save me time, because, well, the reason that I got the mitts is because I thought that I had to go get a bottle that, like, because Jim got a bottle on one of Skyloft Goddess chests, but then I found a different bottle, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go get this, go get the mitts, get the bottle, and resolve whatever Colossus Beetle is.
Okay, makes sense.
Because I had Magma mitts, but I still RBM map chest so that we could get that quicker.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, and you had the hint. You didn't have the hint, like the hint in for the third small key chest was the second one in Volcano Summit, so like you had to get the Magnumus before you got that hint anyways.
And then the rationale for us like converging in Fire Sanctuary, rather than doing something else like doing Levias, was that we have to do Fire Sanctuary anyway. So if we can split it up, it's like as close to go mode as we can get without like wasting a bunch of time potentially by doing Levias.
Yeah, that
and if the Caves key's not there, then
yeah, that Levias hint was scary because Colin Flatter could mean anything from a Rupor to badly said Caves key.
Yeah, it's even though like Levias and Colin's letter are 2 checks, that hint basically means that Colin's letter is just one really long check.
Yeah, that's the fun thing that can happen sometimes, even with always hints.
Yeah, I mean, it again. It's
I mean,
like
it's fine. I'm not going to complain about it because that's just how it'll be. But
yeah, I mean that just is this same situation from like Link to the Past, where you wind up with a fetch quest item on Lumberjack Ledge. It's so yeah, it happens in every randomizer.
Small question to you, Jim. Why are you always getting the Malara Pipit cutscene?
oh no, he didn't even.
I just keep on forgetting that it exists. Pretty much.
I'm gonna have to get rid of it at some point, or keep it in for the memes. We'll have to see.
Specifically, only keep it in for me.
Rando specifically for his co-op team's advantage.
Well, I can't do anything until the tournament's over.
Yeah, For the tournament, it won't
careful.
change. But it could be a fun situation. And Lepe sadly missed hard skip.
My hard skip was like, I was too far to the right, so I had to adjust my angle and it somehow still worked. What else? I'm trying to think of something else weird that happened.
It felt a lot harder to like keep track of what we were both getting this seed. I feel like
Yeah,
compared to previous
I
ones.
felt kind of scattered brain the entire time.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Like, comms were also very scatterbrained.
Yeah.
As if you watch
Shoutouts.
this pack, you will be able to see.
And at least the beginning of the seed was good from a co-op perspective because you got tablet percent 9 minutes in, so there's plenty of
Yeah.
stuff for people to do.
Plus early bombs, meaning you actually can do stuff.
Yeah,
and
the bomb bag
Lanero.
on Chandelier was nice.
Which brings another question we asked ourselves. Jim, why did you leave Elden right after getting the cube?
Because that's when I got the information that bomb bag was on Chandelier.
Because from an outside perspective, it looked like a deer play, so...
I mean, it did end up having Beetle on that chest, so...
Yeah, that chest did end up having Beetle.
Yeah.
It kind of worked out, at least for some early information on that. And then I was able to get more of the... I was able to get the extra hint stone in Elden then.
Lepe... Oh, he's got it.
I mean, he has time. You guys are finished,
Well, yeah, but
and
It'd
Flo
be nice
is
for them to finish in a timely fashion as well.
Flo
Looks like
is
Floha's just not bothering with mass skip.
oof,
Oh, and I guess he's also the... Oh.
sniped.
Oh, it was cool that the layout of Fire Sanctuary meant that I was able to key smuggle upon hearing that the boss key was in front half.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Fire
commented on
Sanctuary
that.
was interesting since you only needed the water pot room and pledge chest.
Yep.
Yeah, and the fact that you could key smuggle that even without getting the first small key, just because the key layout conveniently worked out for it, was nice.
There's a ton of dig spot RBM.
There were, like, plenty of crystals in this seed. Like, I think we found 10 5-packs. Maybe we even found more, but just didn't write down. Yeah, we found at least 11, because Hero Crystals
Yeah.
were also a pack.
There wasn't
I think
really, except for Skate, there wasn't really
We also
a
talk about
bottleneck.
how Sandship was vanilla for so long, and then I got a small key and like, oh wait, so maybe the boss key is going to be vanilla, and then it's not. That was very sad.
Sandship was like, no, Treasure Room has its name for a reason.
I even thought about not doing the second generator because of that, but I think Jim was far enough behind me that it didn't really matter whether or not I did it, so
Yeah.
I did both.
Yeah.
So I didn't really find the cause until after I finished, or when I was close to finishing, but my pass-through for my capture card kept cutting out, so I had to keep going back and looking at my OBS thing, which has a bunch of delay. And that was annoying, but
Yeah,
thankfully it
OBS was weird today. For those who don't know
Yeah.
the reason, Lepe was offline for some time next to his internet shortage for 5 minutes. His OBS was funky.
Yeah. I remember I commented on that, how that happened to me last time I lost connection. For whatever reason, some version of OBS just doesn't let you reconnect if that happens. Like, the start stream button just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, for you two to know, Raid asked in chat, in the CSR chat, oftentimes for you guys to do the Digspot RBM.
Digspot RBM I'll consider, but Bat Warp at night, it's just like...
He will also, he promised me, if he finds Dawn of Trail in a race, he will do the Skykeep cutscene.
I mean, there was Stone of Trials for free in this seed.
Yeah. We commentated on, Alka and I commentated on it. That Battle was pretty much symmetrical with meme item, Song of the Hero, useful check, Song of the Hero, meme item.
Wait, what was on Bat 50?
Bugnet.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh man, Jasnix is gonna be very happy.
Jasnix sadly didn't show up in chat, so we don't know. Maybe he rewatched this race, but yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, yeah, we couldn't see the bug net used to reflect the lightning back to Demise.
Yeah. It's like, not only is it not the standard strat, but for whatever reason, it takes forever for him to actually use a projectile on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely reasonable. The one race where you did it was definitely interesting.
It was a nice showcase. We can say that.
Suppose so. Aw, man. Might be having a little bit of trouble with it.
Yeah.
At least he has health this time.
Yeah.
They did some practice yesterday, but you can see both of them are somewhat rusted.
And there's also the possibility that just, like, he's not, like, trying as hard now that the races are just decided.
Yeah, plus Floha is
reasonable.
still in Sandship.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like... Yeah, it's... I don't know, plus probably just, like, maybe just be a little tilted from having to deal with all the internet issues mid-race.
Then
It seemed like this race had a lot of technical issues.
Yeah. Do we know if they would want, like, a rerun, or...
I
They haven't
don't...
said anything about it in race time, but...
We can ask them once they're finished, but...
Yeah, I think it's unlikely, because, like, at this point, they
I think, yeah, by the
lost
time difference.
way more than an... Yeah,
Like,
by...
do you know, like, what the progress was at the time that the communication was lost?
When Lepe showed up again, he was in Fire Sanctuary, RBMing to a back half. And I think boss key chest.
So I know by the time I paused, I was in Cistern. So I'd already found scale. But I don't know when they went to
when Flo did pause they were still in search of scale. They got scale like, I think when you guys did your last dungeon bosses, but I could be wrong. They found their scale like from 20 minutes ago. Those 5 minutes didn't really help or delay them much, because the delay wasn't Lepe, it was Flo. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, Lepe is coming up on finishing, but already, like, 20 minutes have passed. I was worried about soft locking during, because I know that there wasn't a BB item to worry about, but I was worried that maybe if I get a pouch upgrade when I don't have the pouch because it's on a corrupt file, that something was gonna break, but it was fine. Oh, Floha reselected a file, so the text went away.
Oh no. They are having for those who don't know, Flo and Lepe did some practice stream yesterday, and back then they also had problems with Batro and Tantala skip. Namely, not getting into Batro and forgetting they didn't have 30 crystals. Yes, that is possible.
Yeah, the 30 crystals thing is a thing that can unfortunately happen. Okay, I guess he managed to reset his
But can he get the text back?
I mean, presumably if he reset the scene flags, it should I'm
just worried that maybe the fact that the chest already exists means, like, the flow is not going to do anything. FLOW, not FLOHA. I don't really know how the flows in this game work, though. Getting the bugnet in bit, though.
Okay, there we go. There's the text.
There we go. It's like he correctly realized that was the wrong option.
T for Lepe.
Yeah. So now we're just waiting on Floha to finish.
Ouch. What sword was Lepe missing?
I mean, probably the like early Thunderhead Rock one would be my guess. Like, again, we missed out on. I think we missed out on a lot of the stuff that Leppy did before Fire Sanctuary. So, well, actually, no, he would have gotten that one. Okay, I'm not sure which one he would have been missing. Maybe the one on the East Island Goddess chest. If Floha was not good about checking his Goddess chests.
It looks like, according to chat, it was the dig spot.
Okay, so Leppy didn't even wind up finding any bits. But yeah. And then, yeah. So now Floha just... Okay. So, Floha, you wound up delaying a certain goddess chest for a very, very long time.
Was it really that long?
Yes.
I can't remember. I just lost track of all time.
You
We-
forgot.
It was embarrassingly long.
Well, I forgot stuff too, apparently.
It was long enough to warrant a meme video from Raid, apparently.
Yes.
Nice.
Check raid spoilers or co-op discussion.
So was the second bits on Birdie Crystals?
Yes.
Alright. So that apparently that's the thing I forgot. Nice.
Nice Guardian potion.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, like, I'm not sure that missing the Magma Mitts really wound up hurting you that much. It was more the fact that you didn't have scale for so long that, like, Ragtag YAG was able to be in Go mode significantly earlier and thus able to Go mode Sandship, whereas you, Levy, had to not only full clear Sandship, but also you were, like, midway through full clearing Sandsea before Floha finally found the scale.
I mean, full clearing Sandship was necessary anyway because of the boss key.
Not completely.
I mean, yeah, boss key chest, but
And the robot emperor.
yeah.
Yeah, and the Tentalus.
But that's pretty. I think it would have been way worse if the boss key would have been like in the first chest.
Yeah. But yeah, then the Sandsea clear that wound up being unnecessary was probably the bigger issue. Yeah, because, like, Floa had the cube, like, activated for a pretty long time, and then
30 minutes according to chat.
yeah, and then we saw, like, you were, like, heading into the sky, and we were like, okay, good, and then Floha landed in Elden, and we were like, this is really bad.
Yeah. Let me see, like, Jim found claws, and I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but after that I went to go get the claws, and then went to the Nehru. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go over for the cube and the hint anyway. And then I was settled with the Levias hint. That wasn't very fun, but
Yeah.
thankfully it didn't get baited by that.
Oh yeah, that one. We were worried about that too.
But because I got the scale, like, after leaving the Nehru, I decided to do Cistern, and then, like, Jim and I, like, pretty much converged at Volcano Summit. So, we decided he's gonna do front half, and I'm gonna do back half, and then I found Cave's Key, so that was cool.
Yeah, and both Jim and EL had Magma Mitts for Fire Sanctuary, which sped up Fire Sanctuary a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, not that much. Like, the good thing was for boss key, magma bits were needed. And, like, for back half, you'd only need Plat's RBM. So it only hurt the player that, it only hurt me that because I did the back half.
Since we had a small discussion about it, Flo, do you think the technical difficulties later experience would make you want a rematch, or do you just think, nah, those problems were too small for something like that?
Nah, I mean we wouldn't have stand a chance either way, and I don't think
it really mattered because we were doing different things.
I'm not even sure if it was 10 minutes or so. I mean, those 10 minutes where they've lost me a bit of concentration, I'm gonna admit that.
I mean, I would have been fine, like, if you would have, like, called for a pause as soon as you lost connection, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, I didn't.
The thing is, I didn't realize it.
And I didn't.
I guess that's
and I didn't
true.
want to call a pause immediately.
In
Since
case
I
it
wasn't
was
sure
just like
if it was just a quick connection loss, like I don't
a
know
hiccup.
if it's like quick or if it's gonna take longer. So I didn't want to call for an immediate pause.
I don't even know how long I lost internet. I don't know. I don't think it mattered in the end.
No.
I mean,
It's
if
like,
the
at least-
friend would have been 5 minutes, then yeah, but not like this.
You lost internet
or if you like lost power entirely, like what happened to
Yeah.
the strats in the winter tournament, then
It was 6 minutes and a half. I could check it
Okay.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have mattered that much.
Yeah, no, that was a deserved win.
Yeah.
So GG's.
please.
GG.
GG. Oh, I
So-
guess.
I mean, I totally told Flo to check Beetle Cube while I was disconnected.
Yeah, totally.
So
I
do
think
you
I even did that after you came back. I got the cube after you came back.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You did the cube after he came back. Because by the time he came back on our streams, you were in a fire node, I think, and he was already in Fire Sanctuary, so
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ah, Flo. Oh yeah,
What happened?
you just lost your fairy on your stream from side hopping.
Alka has a fun question. Do you ever get the cave's key in a dungeon and think it's a dungeon small key?
Well, in this one weekly, I got a key in LMF, and I thought it was the LMF small key, and I went up to the door, and it didn't work, and I was like, oops.
Nice.
But that's not gonna happen with Fire Sanctuary because it's on Plat's chest, so it can't be a Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was Plat's chest. If there would be a Fire Sanctuary small key on Plat's chest, I would be very concerned.
Yeah. Just
Clearly,
play with
it was
insanity
reacts-
on.
No, clearly we rolled a no logic seed by mistake, Cap.
Or even like a bit logic seed.
just play with key sanity on, then you have to check every key you get, smiley face. Yeah. I guess I ended up delaying. I didn't even know that it was that long. I mean, I know I checked. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I checked like the entirety of Elden, of all the Elden digging spots and magma turf and all of that, and then I only came like back. So yeah, I guess it was a pretty long time. Oh yeah, even that fire sanctuary in that time. So yeah, that was a pretty long time.
Something really funny about early game routing was that I only went to Deep Woods because Flo forgot the Deep Woods chest, and that ended up me saving to do early Thunderhead because that cube was ballad. So that worked out.
And that's a GG. Since Flo officially finished now.
Oh, nice. Good job, Flo from the past. I'm proud of you.
Good job.
Floha too proud.
Good job.
Oh yeah, something else that came up internally was like if the cube on Temple of Time isn't an always hint.
Yeah. Although I think that might have been the third Sky Spirit of the Sword hint.
Yeah, I figured that as well. That was the third Sky Swords, but still.
I guess you do have like all the other cubes to look for.
Yeah. But yeah, GG's again. The match wasn't quite that close as yeah. I don't think anyone actually imagined the match to be close.
It's not an hour difference.
Yeah, I guess you're right in that. It's not an hour difference. Only like 40 minutes. 35.
It's actually 30 minutes difference. So, yeah, that's actually not that bad. Even
Right,
when
I have to
when you factor with the connection.
leave now. So,
All right.
GG's.
See ya, y'all.
GG's.
Jeez.
GG's.
See you later.
So, if nobody has any more questions, I think we can wrap up right now. So, yeah, thanks to the runners for allowing us to restream this race, and thanks to our cons 64-bit Link and Senra. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. And thanks to our trackers, Celeste, Ray Spinel, Backman Power Ghost, for helping us today. So we have quite a lot of Skyward Sword Randomizer co-op tournament races coming up. We have one in 2 days between British Stargate and M&M. So it will be at 5 PM UTC on Monday. Then we will have some more races during the next week. There's quite a lot on schedule right now, so I don't think we will be able to restream all of them. That's very unlikely. But we have German Bingolords versus G4G, Masters of Camouflage versus M&M, and British Target versus G4G in 2 days. So yeah, that's a lot of races for these days. then we will have basically all of British Stargate races by the end of next week. So that's it for today. Thanks everyone, and I think we will raid. I think we will raid another ZeldaSpeedRuns channel if they haven't finished yet. I'm trying to see right now.
There is sadly none online.
Oh, they did finish before us.
Yeah, they even rated us.
Oh yeah. Well, they started at the same time, so it makes sense. So I think that's it for today then. Thanks everyone, and see you later.